And welcome to another fun filled episode of the In 90 Minutes podcast. I am your host this evening, Ahmed Salim. Alongside me, we have John and Misael. How are you folks doing this fabulous Monday evening? Uh, let's call it, I don't know what, uh, in the playoff stretch. This
Doing all
playoff
right.
stretch
Yeah,
Monday.
yeah.
How's everybody doing? You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Yep,
David,
good.
David couldn't be with us tonight, so you are all stuck with the three of us. I'm not sure if he's around. Maybe he'll be commenting here and there, but we'll be back in full force, the whole crew, next week on Monday. So, where do we begin, gentlemen? I'm in soccer mode, full blown. So I've had soccer 6 days a week. Put it that way. Um, so, actually, before I forget about that, thank you to everyone for watching us live. Thank you for following us on our socials. If you don't already do so, please follow, like, and subscribe. We are on pretty much every major platform: Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and Blue Sky as in 90 Minutes Podcast. And you can always watch us live or watch the replay on YouTube or listen to the podcasts on Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. Whew. I got to record that so I could just hit a button and play it.
Be
Anyway,
like the Joe
yeah.
Rogan show where it just cuts off mid sentence to play that. Like it does with him sometimes to play an ad.
Oh my gosh. So how was your weekend, gentlemen? Everybody good?
It was all right. Can't complain.
All
Same
right.
here.
So let's do we have news around the league to start with before we dive into the into the boys?
Not much that I can think of. I mean, the results really didn't go our way
Yeah.
um, around the league on what day was that? Saturday. Um, basically we just flip flopped with Nashville. Um, I believe everybody in the East, the only team, or all New England, Toronto, Atlanta, DC, and Montreal have all been eliminated. New York still remains with their draw. I believe with a loss this week, um, no, with a loss this week, I think we're safe. Um, but yeah, I mean, Philadelphia keeps rolling. They are 3 points clear in the Shield. Over Vancouver. And then Cincinnati's third, and Vancouver is fourth. Vancouver's 5 points back. Cincinnati is second. They're 2 points back, and San Diego is 3 points back. Um, Vancouver and Cincinnati, we still have coming up to play. So, going to be, very difficult matches coming up. We talk about it every week how the ending of the season, um, you know, Saturday's match through, really was supposed to start 2 weeks ago, but because we were in the Leagues Cup, whatever semifinals, and then the consolation match, they rescheduled our match with Vancouver to the October 11th, which was actually supposed to be 2 weeks ago. On the what was that 30th? That's
Mhm.
3 weeks ago. Um, so I mean, this stretch of matches is brutal. I mean, we got Cincinnati, Columbus, Vancouver, all teams ahead of us.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be a
big
fun one.
matches coming up. Yeah,
It's gonna be a fun one. It's
sorry, Columbus is in eighth.
yeah. So we find ourselves in sixth place, 51 points. We'll talk about our match. Do we need to talk about OCB, Pride, anything like that we should talk about?
Yeah, Pride had two matches last week. and Friday. Tuesday match was in
Yeah.
the Women's Champions League. Did you watch that one, Masao?
No, I did not.
When I turned it on, I think it was 3-0, I think. And I just kind of had it on as background noise. Um, they pretty much, yeah, it was 3-0. It was just before halftime. So, they played out of the country for the first time in their history. Came back with a 5-0 win. Goal scorers were Doyle, Yates with the hat trick, and Lemos tacked in a goal in the 84th minute. Dominated pretty much the entire match. Not much more to say there. They're just playing right now, lesser competition in the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup. And then that brings us to Friday's match, which was an ugly one.
Okay.
In a packed house.
Yeah, full.
Really?
One of the better selling matches probably in the last 4 or 5, probably 6 years.
Yeah. It was their most ever, I believe.
Wow.
Um, was it?
Right?
Because
I think
I thought the
I think
first
it's a
season
good amount.
of the stadium they sold a decent amount.
I'm not sure. I think I saw them post that it
Okay,
was the most ever. I could
yeah,
be
it was
wrong.
over 20,000 according to
Hmm.
the club. Um, I did watch a little bit of the match. Got bored. Barrett got bored and had to turn it off.
Yeah.
I'm contained.
Was it that really? Was it like that? Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Courage didn't score till, I mean, it was
89th
pretty much
minute.
the end. Yeah, the end. Yeah, pretty much.
There's only 17 total shots, 6 total shots on target between the two teams. Pride had 10 shots, 2 on target. Um,
I mean, I
overall,
guess the excuse would be, obviously they've been having offensive woes, but I guess the excuse, it's a short week and they probably put more of their chips into the tournament, and
Yeah.
you know, what happens there. Same thing we did, the men's did, so it happens, I guess.
yeah, but at the same time, I mean, we they still, I mean, cool. You beat two lower level teams by what 4+, 5+ goals, something like that. You
Yeah,
scored at least 5 goals, in those two matches. But then you get in a league play against competition even or better than you, and you struggle to put in one. Um, it's something that they need to figure out quickly. They just seem very, static on the attack, and it's kind of like if it's on the counter, they do okay. Kind of you know, exactly how the men's team is. It seems like because the men's team's able to put a couple goals in a match. It's just very boring soccer they're playing right now.
Oh boy, that's not cool.
yeah, it's very strange. They had a couple of their starters on the bench on Friday, I guess. I don't know if I'm trying to come up with excuses.
No, of course. I mean, listen, it happens to everybody, right? You have good times and you have bad times. So, uh,
Yeah.
they'll get through it.
It's just I don't know. I guess it kind of hurt more with that, just a packed house, and it
Hmm.
seemed, they try to make it seem so special, and to go down, it's just damn, like, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean absolutely. I mean, you would hope that when they sell that many tickets that they're able to um, you know put on a performance. Um,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's one of those things, unfortunately, that you pack a house like that, and then you do a performance like that, and then people don't want to come back. Just like we always say, you need the casual fan, and that casual fan don't want to come back to see that.
Yeah.
That's crazy when you consider where they were this time last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane.
But that's where the non-casual fans come in to support them through the tough
Yeah,
time.
of course.
you know, I know it is tough though. It is tough because they
Yeah. I
Hey,
want.
mean,
on the men's side, if they tell you you can win MLS Cup, but the following year you're gonna have a major drop off, are you gonna take it?
100%.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
And to
I mean,
be
I'm not
clear, I
saying,
mean,
I'm
major
not saying
drop
they're
off
doing
is
it on
still,
purpose.
they're 2 points out of second place right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's not bad.
So,
It's
Oh,
just
okay.
that the way they're playing, I guess. Yeah, it's not they're not bad on the table. It's just that the way they're going
But
in, it's like,
yeah,
man,
and that has more to do with it for the casual fans, the experience, because the casual fan doesn't
yeah,
care about if they're first place or in their 10th place. I want
mhm.
to watch something that's exciting,
yeah,
you
some
know.
goals.
So, and all you need is to have half that stadium be people that are first time experience, and well, there you go.
Mhm.
Like I don't want
So
it. Like
I'll
you
never
want
forget the interview that Kobe Bryant did when he would always say that he would always play hard every single game, and they asked him why, and he said because somebody might be in the arena watching me for the very first time,
and that's very true.
and that's what he said that was part of why he would play hard. And it's like, okay, I know we wish every player would think like that, but that'll never happen, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh my god.
So the Pride do have a upcoming match um, this week.
Yeah, against Bay.
San Diego Wave Friday. It's
Yeah.
an away match, so it's a late one. 10:30 p.m. is the kickoff. Got to win. I mean, they
Oof,
have what regular,
brutal.
and they have including Friday. They have 5 regular season matches left.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was saying, like, going, finishing off like the way they're playing, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, and honestly, their next two Champions Cup matches aren't going to be too easy either. They have on the 30th. They have Club America's women's team.
Hmm.
And then they have on the October 15th, the Club America one is away. The 15th is against Pachuca at home.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be
That
tough.
So, you know. And have we heard? I haven't seen anything. Have we heard? Is Banda out for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
yeah. I
That's
Yeah.
what.
think
Yeah.
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 That total what was it called?
That's right. It was a
Total
total
separation.
rupture or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
was like,
that's right. I do remember that now.
yeah, I was just like, what? I can't even.
I mean, yeah, and that's a big deal. I mean, that's our best player.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
luckily they literally just signed the other player from the
Yeah.
Tigres.
Yeah.
So hopefully she can kind of try to fill the gap, but you got to give her some time to gel also.
I mean, there was an adjustment period. Coming in mid-season like that, I will.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
an adjustment period, typically, unless I mean, you see what Sun's doing in LA.
Yeah. Or even Banda, when she started, Banda, when her first couple of games, she came out of the gate killing it.
Hmm.
The first couple of matches. I remember I had gone, it was the night where you can take your dogs to the
Yeah.
stadium, and I took my dog with me. We were in the stands, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is what we need." I was like, "What the hell's going on? Can we sign
Yeah.
her?"
He's fun to watch.
Yeah, man. So we'll see. All right.
I think part of it is she tore the league. She tore it on fire so much that the league didn't have time and couldn't figure out the adjustment. And then it's like this year when she was playing, when she was healthy, the league figured the adjustment out.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on to do we talk what else?
OCB.
OCB. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought OCB. Yeah. OCB
I was at
played.
the match last night, Good match. Boys had their chances, just couldn't put them away. Huntsville, you know, kind of a precursor to what I'm going to say about the senior teams match. The OCB, in my opinion, for the most part, was tactically outmatched. Even though they did have a good number of opportunities, I feel like skill wise, player to player, we had them well beat. But tactically, I felt like they held an advantage over us, and they got a goal off of a short corner kick where they played it around the box, put it into the box, and they put it home. Um, so many chances blown and blocked shots. Shaq had a couple good looks that were blocked. One was a very good save by the keeper. It was one of those I kind of had to take a double take because I kind of expected to see the keeper dive and the ball disappear behind his hand. And with his shot, it did not. But unfortunate. They it was a rough time. Players weren't happy after the match, as you can imagine. After a loss, they wouldn't be. So right now, Orlando City B is out of the playoffs. They're in 10th place, 3 points behind Carolina Core and Toronto FC 2. They're not out yet, not eliminated yet. They're one of only two teams, us and New York NYCFC 2, aren't eliminated from playoffs yet. With only 2 matches left to go, though, it's very likely they won't make playoffs. But if they win 2 and take care of what needs to be taken care of, you never know. Were you guys able to watch last night, or were you busy?
No, I couldn't watch it all. I was just getting my updates through you, John.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing.
Yeah. I spent my days at soccer fields this weekend, which is why I couldn't even attend the Nashville match. So, anything else we need to add before we move on?
Just their next match. Getting it pulled up here. I wish I knew why my computer was so slow pulling these up. But their next
Orlando
match is
City.
this coming Saturday at 7:30 against Carolina Core. Um, Big match because if we win, we would be tied on points for the last playoff spot at
Nice.
worst.
And then the week after that, or I don't know how many weeks after that, they play Cincinnati.
Yep, Cincinnati. I think it was a Sunday. Yeah,
Yeah,
October
Sunday,
5th
October 5th. Yep.
at 1 p.m. Last match. Um, if you attended the match last night, they are running a ticket special, $3 tickets for that.
Nice.
Um,
$3 tickets. Ha! Can you imagine
Yeah,
if they ever did that in the main stadium?
oh yeah,
Ah,
they
I
should.
mean
The packed house.
back in the day, back I
yeah.
think 2017, 2018, I remember them doing like $5 tickets for the wall.
Yeah, yeah. I remember $5 tickets. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, good luck to them. They're currently in 10th place, so it's not out of reach. It's
Yep.
not out of reach. So wish them all the luck. And for those of you who are season ticket holders, remember if you do renew next season, in addition to your regular tickets, you also do get all of the tickets to the OCB matches.
Home
And
matches.
well, yeah, they're not. Can you
Clarify that.
imagine? Yeah, to all OCB home matches. Um, and if David were here, he'd be like, guys, somebody's listening to us because we constantly mention that on the show, and it is uh, coming to fruition. So good job to the front office for that.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. Hopefully that'll bring the crowd up. It
Yeah,
has to. Yes, free
I just
tickets.
hope people
Geez,
take advantage of it. Like, so if you're not gonna go, do us all a
I'm going
favor.
to.
No, no, but I'm saying if you're a season ticket holder and you have those OCB tickets and you can't go, find somebody and tell them to go. We need people to
Yeah,
show up in place of those tickets, right? So find somebody to go. and make sure we pack those seats so we get some.
I do that now for the senior team. If I can't make it, I try to see if I try to see if somebody can go first before I lose them or try to sell them. I try to give
Yeah,
them away to somebody that'll go.
absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. So good luck to the OCB, and now to the topic at hand. So this past Saturday, September 20th at 7:30 p.m., we welcomed Nashville to our home, and we came away with the win. Uh, we came away with the win. If the playoffs were to start today, right now, we will be playing Charlotte in the first game, the winner of Nashville versus Cincinnati in the second match. That's the way the brackets lined up. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I just found it
Mhm.
online. So we will be playing the winner. If we beat Charlotte, we would be playing the winner of Cincinnati Nashville. So imagine a possible rematch with Nashville again.
Good. I take it. We need our payback.
So you're,
It'd be
you're
at Nashville too, because
what's that?
if it ended today, we wouldn't get a home match.
Yeah,
Plain
absolutely.
as well, every match would be on the road.
Yeah, they would.
We get the second match of the first round.
Yeah,
But honestly, the way we played against Charlotte this year, I wouldn't. You know, like we've said before, I think we're going to be one and done if we have to play Charlotte. Our only hope is, really if somehow we're able to sneak up, which point wise it makes sense if we're able to sneak up um, to third, really. But even then, it looks like the way it's shaping up, there's a good chance we'll be playing Miami in the first round.
that would be crazy. In Miami, mind you.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Easy, easy, bro. Easy. We've done it before. Easy.
Yeah, we've done it before, but not when it mattered, bro. We did it at home and it was great. We went to the Leagues Cup and it was like, where'd we go? It's like, come on.
You know that game was a little something else.
Yeah, and what do you
They're
think
only
what do you think
both-
the freaking playoffs gonna be? You think the league
Hey,
is
Atlanta
gonna
did it. If Atlanta can do it, we can do it.
Yeah. You think the league is gonna let Miami go out in the first round? If we play them for their first match, you're gonna see a combination of the Leagues Cup from this year, the Leagues Cup from the other year, all of those things
We're
combined.
bringing that all
And it's
those
like
same
put it
refs. They're all
put it
gonna be
you
on
put it in
them.
like what are those blenders? The magic bullet. Put it in a magic bullet, and boom,
Yeah.
comes Miami's Miami winning.
Really quick, that you little sidetrack that you when we were bringing up Charlotte. Did you see Charlotte and NYCFC going at it?
Yes.
That they put like the Yankee Stadium, and it's like, oh, if you squint real hard, you can see the pitch. And then they're like, but don't you play like in the Panther State football stadium?
Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
at
just thought
least
it was
it's
funny. Like,
you know, semi-regular sized field playing on
yeah,
their
at least it's rectangle. Yeah, I just thought it was just funny that like you can't make fun of someone, and you also are renting out a stadium. Like,
It makes it fun though for the
oh
people
yeah, of
for the
course,
people watching.
yeah,
Anyway, so we came away with the 3 points. We came away with the 3 points, but I'll be honest with you guys. When we were watching and we were up, I literally sent a message to the crew and I was like, "How long do you guys think we're gonna be able to hold this lead?" And I want to say, like within 5 minutes after that, it just
yeah.
all went out the window. I was like,
Uh,
"My God!"
I
I was
was,
just like,
I was
"Oh."
cursing you out in the stadium. I was cursing you out. I was like, why'd you send
But
that?
that's what we do, though, dude. How many times have we done that? We come in, we go in strong, we get a lead, and then we're just like, it's like it never happened. And that's
Yeah,
basically what happened. Like, let's be honest. That win that we got, that ounce of luck was on our side because 1 inch to the left, 1 inch to the right, that would have hit Duncan's shin and went a different direction, you know?
Well,
And
even go
he
before
made,
that, I
he,
don't know how their striker pushed that header wide.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
they
Oh
did.
that was nuts. We got so lucky there.
Yeah.
like
So
I saw the ball coming in, and I just assumed it was going to be a goal.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I love the team and everything, but that was luck was on our side. I'll take it. I'm not ungrateful, but we need to do better. I mean, if you look at the
Oh,
numbers,
ugly win for sure. Ugly win for
I
sure.
think possession we
No
we
doubt
had
about
like what? We had like 38%
Probably
or
sounds
something
about
like
right.
that. Yeah, I just brought up the foot mob. It says we had 38% possession. And it's only going to get harder because we're playing who next week?
it. Cincy.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
And then after that, I think we play
But
Columbus.
they already clinched, right?
Did they? Let me see.
I believe so.
Cincy.
They
Yeah,
might.
they're gonna take it easy on us. They're gonna take it easy.
Yeah, right.
We're with Nashville, and the one thing that I found most alarming. I knew tactically we were going to get dominated. The thing that I felt was most alarming is how dead our players looked compared to Nashville's.
Oh,
Mm,
they were wheeling and dealing.
really?
And remember, Nashville played on Tuesday. They had a short week,
Mm-hmm.
and we looked like we had just played the night before.
And that's not good
Yeah.
going into this
Yeah,
stretch.
we looked like we played on Tuesday, and they didn't look like that.
Going into
Yeah.
this stretch, that's not a good thing. This is, you would think we didn't have like how many weeks off before the last match?
Well, it was just a week, and then there was two
Was it a
weeks
week?
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. We had one
Yeah, but
last week.
before that was the 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks. Yeah, we didn't have one for 2 weeks, but still,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they looked like that is, this late into the season is very worrisome.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just stood there and I said, hey, these guys are pretty good. Like you got to admit,
I
these
mean,
guys are pretty good.
tactically it showed. Throughout the match, they look like to some extent, other than scoring goals, they were running circles around our midfield. You watch Nashville's attack. There's a perfect instance. There was a time where we had a cross. Marco got it on on our attacking goal line, crossed it in toward right between the penalty mark and the top of the goal area. And you look and you just see three guys running towards goal and basically a straight line parallel with each other. And nobody was there, and Nashville ended up clearing it out. But then you see Nashville, and they're staggered. However, whichever it varies depending on how you want them staggered. There, when cross comes in, but their movement in the final third was much better than ours. Their movement across the midfield was better than ours. They took advantage of space better than we did. But luckily, they couldn't get many shots off. I mean,
Yeah.
we beat them in shots for the match.
Yeah. We had 14 shots to their 9. So we did
Our
a good job there. And obviously Martino Heda had another great night. Super
Yes,
happy for him.
MVP.
I don't.
record-breaking night on
Yeah.
multiple accounts.
Yeah.
We're on that.
Mm-hmm.
He actually became the club leader in all-time goal contributions. With his first goal, which would have been his 73rd goal contribution this season. And we still have, 4 matches left.
You know what
Imagine if he
amazes me
played
about
more
that?
earlier.
What amazes me about that is the number that underneath it, Facundo's the 72. That was his whole time with us.
Yeah, 3 seasons. Well,
Three.
Facundo and Ojeda have been with the club the same amount. Well,
Yeah, but I'm saying as a starter, he really didn't. Ojeda didn't really get that much time up
until
until
last
Facundo.
summer.
Yeah. So when you consider that, that's an even bigger accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like when you look at the time frame he's done it in, if you don't count the time Facundo was here, because you figure he didn't really get too many opportunities, it's even undervalued.
Yep. And then
It's
he
crazy how we
also,
all seen it.
what's that?
I say it's crazy how we all seen it, but the coach didn't play him for a while. Like
But how
it's
many times
crazy.
do we say that though? I mean, we see things. We meaning the fans see things,
Mhm.
and then it's like the coaching staff doesn't see it. And I'm not saying we're always right or
Yeah, of
whatever,
course.
but like
Mhm.
something like Ojeda, especially last year, the fact that it took him 3 or 4 months to, consistently get the start. When he was in there, it was a night and day type of deal. When they would have Ladero in there instead of him, we looked awful.
Yeah.
But also with with the 2 goal Saturday, he became the first player in club history to have 30 goal contributions in a single season. So, congratulations to him. He's having a fantastic season.
Please let it continue all the way through the playoffs.
Yep. And I hope we can sign him to an extension because I believe next year is his last year
Oh God.
on contract with us.
I'm
And he
not.
seems to be happy. I mean, the one thing I did notice about him, and it's easy when Muriel's the next closest player to you on the pitch always, the
Mhm.
dude did not stop on Saturday. He killed himself
Yeah.
Saturday, chasing down during the press, chasing the ball down during the press, making runs back into defense, making runs forward. He was you could tell at the end of by the end of the match that he was hurting.
Yeah, about the 80th minute, he was near the wall where I was on the wall, and I just looked at him and I said the same thing to the person next to me. I was like, "This guy's exhausted. This guy's done."
Yeah, I think it was when he pressed the keeper, and then the keeper kind of uh, hit a long ball, and he just kind of went, just kind of slouched.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
But and the thing is, I know my dad always puts, just win in the comments at the end of the show and everything, but this is the win Saturday is the type of win a good team comes out and wins at home.
Mhm.
You're outplayed the majority of the match. You got 2 goals in 2 minutes. You caught them caught them on a beautiful free kick that he couldn't have hit much better. Then play you couldn't have placed that, stood next to the goal and placed it and said kick it here. You had 2 feet above him and that's it, above where the ball went, if that. Um, Beautiful, beautiful goal, and then caught him sleeping and slid it in. And Muri almost had one. Their keeper made a good save shortly after that. Um, but for outside, once it hit about 35, 40 minutes up until we eventually came away with the winner, we outplayed them.
Yeah, and it was honestly it was the timing of the substitutes too, because though Duncan and wait, I'm looking at the wrong subs here. Where did it go?
Duncan came on in the 63rd. I
Yes.
thought I thought they needed to sub Smith out earlier than they did. They didn't sub Smith out until the 86th minute. I thought they should have put Gusky in a little bit earlier to help us out. Um,
I'm just saying I'm surprised how early we started subbing.
yeah,
I was like, wait, what? It's not the 70th minute. It's not
Mhm.
the 80th minute. Why are we subbing? So I think that
Yeah. I
was
mean,
a big.
the goal came from all 3 subs.
Yeah.
Dagger Dan passed it forward to Spicer. Spicer made the run, showed a little bit of bravery, took the right back from Nashville on, put a good cross in, and Duncan
Yeah.
did one of the things he does best is that near post run on a cross.
Yep. And that's literally what your dad's saying. Let me bring up his comment here. Thank you
I don't
for
even have
watching.
the comments on.
Yeah. He says, didn't deserve the win, but that's how to win ugly. I've missed that near post run by Duncan. And then he goes on to say, great to see Kyle Smith get the steal and assist on the second goal. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
see some people online putting like your Duncan goal was so lucky, and I understand that it's not a typical goal or that easy, but he's done that type of goal several times.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like
Absolutely.
he knows where to be. and
Hmm.
he knows how to just chip it in like right there. Like I'm like, this is not new to him.
No, I
Obviously,
mean it's not the
you
run
want
he
something
made is
easier and
a striker's run.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You
I'm
know,
the
I mean,
same.
Man, how
the
about
fact that
that?
people are saying it was lucky just baffles me because that's a striker's run. That's where you want your
Yeah,
striker to be on a low cross like that when the ball's in at the down near the goal line. You don't want them sitting back near the penalty mark or the top of the 18 waiting for a cross because it's probably not going to get there.
yeah. And when they're there, they need to hit it right before, because the whole thing is it's about not giving the keeper time to react.
Yeah.
Also, it's
Mm-hmm.
like if I'm 5 feet away with the ball, they have time to adjust. This is like there's no time. So,
And all you're trying to do is redirect it a little bit
yep,
to, confuse the goalie. It's not like there's skill in it,
yeah,
but you're not really placing the shot. It's
correct.
hit it with the, outside of your boot or just let the ball kind of roll over your boot per
Yeah,
se to pop it up in the air and the keeper's not going to stop it. So I
yes,
mean it
sir.
was, you know,
Listen, it was great. It was great, and I was really, actually, really happy for Duncan
yeah.
because since he's come back, he really hasn't done that. So I feel like this was a good moment for him, and I'm hoping it's the start of another. Because imagine between him and Ojeda, that combination like that going forward, if we do get to the playoffs, and I mean, we will get
Yeah,
to the playoffs.
they had a couple good moments together.
Yeah, so we have some
Ojeda
Well,
and
and I
dangerous
Maguire.
think
players.
I think part of the problem is that when Maguire comes in, like Ojeda is already on the verge of getting exhausted,
Yeah,
and Duncan, he runs. He needs somebody to go with him. So it's kind of perfect when Spicer comes in because they're both ready to go 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 go. As opposed to he's probably getting like 70% Ojeda by the
yeah,
time he comes in.
yeah,
And even though they had some good connections together, but him and Spicer, Duncan, he's gonna make a run. He wants you, you have to put that ball there.
yeah.
He's gonna be there.
I'm not gonna lie. If I see Duncan running at me, I'm moving out the way.
That guy's huge. He's pretty
well,
big.
and I
Bro,
think
I'd
that
be like,
playing
go.
more will
Have fun.
help Marco out as well with how well Duncan moves without the ball.
Yeah,
Because I mean, look at teams know when what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to cut inside from that right wing position, and he cuts inside. And unless Ojeda's there, there's nobody he can pass the ball to without going backwards, really.
correct.
And I'd be willing to bet that if Duncan's in there, you're going to see Duncan peeling off of that near side center back, the center back nearest to Marco, and Marco should be able to knock a little pass in there to Duncan every once in a while, and then you're going to start seeing teams be a little more honest in keeping either, but the center back may not be as courageous stepping forward then to challenge Marco, or if it's the fullback or whoever it is that's stepping up to try to be that second defender, may cheat back a little bit so they don't, so Duncan doesn't get a tap in goal per se. And that'll leave Marco open for the 18 to 30 yard shot that he likes to take off the wing there.
Oh, your dad
Yep,
there made a
agreed,
comment.
agreed, agreed, agreed. Okay.
Your dad sort of commented on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We showed his comments.
No, he just commented again. He
Oh,
said
the
Oh,
one that he just that one right there.
yeah. So it
Fleischer's
says,
moving without the ball / joining someone else making a run with the ball.
yeah. And honestly, you know what? He's a good example of somebody who literally hit the ground running, because he's been a key piece in a lot of the plays that he's on the field. So it's nice to see that. It's nice to see it because it reassures you that people don't always need like half a season to get up to speed with the team.
Yep.
It's nice to see.
Very, very happy I was wrong about him.
Yeah, we all are. We all are.
I still would like to be the fly in the wall in Toronto front office when they see this guy or highlights of him and say, "Damn, like what the hell did we do?" Because there's no way they see this guy and not think that.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. I mean, there's a reason that they're the um, one of the worst teams in the league, and if they missed out on him, what else are they missing out on?
Yeah, who knows what else is over there? That's crazy, man. Yeah, he's so good. It's good to have that depth. When Angulo, they both do different things. Obviously, we know that Angulo is not the best in offense, but he does other things. His speed obviously is unmatched, and his defense sometimes too. I mean, he stripped his guy a couple times
Oh yeah,
clean. Um, And then obviously, then when he comes off, and then you got the Spicer. He's also got speed, but he's got the handles, and he can dribble really well and put a good cross in. Yeah, it's a good death piece to have.
the thing about Spicer that surprised me is how big he is for a winger.
Oh, that guy's
He's
tall.
tall. He's very broad. He just I could see him. I kind of hope too because he seems to have more quality in the attack. Um, is transitioned to be a starter potentially next year. Um,
I want him to start now.
yeah, but
Sometimes players like that, they're better coming off the bench. I
yeah,
don't
Yeah,
think
of course.
I don't think we should wait as long as we do. But I think there
Hmm.
are certain players that really like they could start, but you lose so much of their value in the change they can make in the game. Like I've always loved Duncan starting in the middle of the game because he just brings that energy that by that time half
Yeah,
the teams are just like wasted. And then you put this guy in there that's like an energizer bunny, and everybody's like, "What the hell's going on?" you know?
absolutely. Well, I mean, it's funny how some players are like that too. I mean, I remember at least 20 years ago now, there was a college basketball player. I'm not a UC fan, but there's a college basketball player for the University of Cincinnati um, that came off the bench and would score a bunch of points. I don't
Yeah,
remember the exact number. And then he started like two or three games in a row. And I think he probably averaged like 4 or 5 points and wasn't even like was a shadow of himself. So, I mean, yeah, some players do perform better coming off the bench, but when you see what, especially like Spicer gives you,
yeah,
and right now with not have, I would much rather Muriel start and Duncan come off the bench than Duncan start and Muriel come off the bench.
correct, agreed.
But I feel like right now, but I'm opposite with Spicer and Angulo
Yeah, I can see
because you,
that.
you saw what
um,
Angulo did
yeah.
several.
He had another moment. He had another one of those one-on-one moments where he just runs straight, and that's it, and just like runs right into the goalkeeper. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, but again, that was his second to last touch that killed him.
Yeah,
He couldn't really push it inside because there's a Nashville player, but his touch to set up the shot did nothing. Didn't help him. It hurt him actually because it was just a straight touch. It wasn't angled to anywhere, and their keeper was just able to run straight at the ball.
it's just so disappointing when you
But
see
the
him
biggest worry for
on
me
those
is how
one-on-one.
tactically outmatched we were. Through the majority of the match. I mean, 70 minutes of the match probably we were tactically outmatched, and then we also looked dead midway through the second half. And you're not supposed to look dead this late in the season. Everybody, we haven't missed enough guys to where guys are still trying to get match fit. Duncan and maybe Arujo is the only one that you could say it, isn't match fit yet, but it's still, for them to be that tired with a full week off and playing a team that just played on Tuesday, played an important match on Tuesday, and didn't rest anybody on Willis or whatever his name is, their keeper. Did sit out, but that's the keeper. That's not, you know, the whole team. And we looked like the team that had a short week and just
At
had.
least Honey Mukhtar didn't salute when he scored.
Oh, I might have ran on the pitch when, if even though it was
He grabbed the ball and just went right back to the center. I was like, "Good God, thank you."
He heard it on the show. Heard us talking about it last week.
yeah.
I was like, I was just standing there. I was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." And he ran back to the center. I was like, "Okay."
He heard us
But
talking.
my favorite thing, I don't know if you could tell on your side of the wall, Miss Ayel, but I don't know if you guys remember at the beginning of the year, the MLS did a marketing thing where, like, asked players where they least like to play and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they
yes,
do.
yes.
A lot of them
And
said
they
here.
also
Yeah.
they said
And
Orlando.
Schaffelberg's one that said, "I don't like playing in Orlando because their fans are
They're
mean."
so yeah. He
Yeah,
said
they're
they're
mean.
rude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't the only one. Everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Even though I wouldn't mind that guy here.
Yeah, I mean he's a quality player. The fact that he was on the bench, I don't know if it was to rest or what, was surprising, and he made an instant impact. Had a he had a goal and honestly should have had an assist if the striker didn't push that header wide. But yeah, I mean good win. You know, we had to win. If we didn't win, we would have been down in eighth.
Mm-hmm.
Looking up, we would have been 5 points if we lost. 5 points behind Nashville and 2 points behind Columbus. And since we won, we're a point above on each.
And don't be mistaken. I mean, we are by no means home free. We
Oh no.
have we have quite the road ahead of us. I feel like. I mean, Cincinnati, Columbus, Vancouver, Toronto. Toronto's probably the easiest of all those matches.
Oh, 100%.
At that point, honestly, at
But
that
you know
point,
what we do on easy matches.
what's that?
I said, but you know what we do on easy matches.
Well, you know what would stink for it to come down to that match.
Decision day. Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine.
this year it's going to. There's with the way the table is, only 3 points separating eighth and third.
Shit.
It's going to. I mean, it's not going to be like it was the last. Last year kind of came down to decision day a little bit, but especially the year before, where we pretty much had second wrapped up almost by this time. Definitely with 3 matches left, I feel like we had it clinched, had second place clinched. But I mean, it's going to come down to decision day, and it's
Oh man.
unless two teams, knock on wood, it's not us, two teams, don't win either of the 2 matches coming up, and then you'll see, before the 2 matches before or 3 matches before decision day. But Miami still has two two
Yeah.
two matches in hand on us, New York and Chicago, and 3 matches in hand on Philadelphia, Cincinnati, Charlotte, and Columbus,
Yeah, that's insane.
and Nashville.
And Nashville.
So, they're only a point ahead of us. They realistically could have, yeah, they still have 6 matches left. I mean, they realistically could get to second place with how many points they potential points they have in hand. I mean, again, Cincinnati, they have 3. If they win all 3 of those and just match what Cincinnati does, they'll be well ahead of Cincinnati. Or no,
So,
they'll be tied with Cincinnati. They'll be
so,
one game ahead of
so
Cincinnati.
speaking of Miami, you just reminded me of something I saw earlier. This is more about just around the soccer world. So there was an article I saw, and I'm reading word for word. It says Turkish soccer player Demir Bey was red carded by a German female referee. Just hear me out here, because he told the referee as he left the field, You should be in the kitchen." The female referee wrote this in her report, and FIFA suspended him for 5 matches and then
Jesus Christ.
ordered him to referee a women's football match as part of his sentence. If that's what we do for somebody who says something, what do you do for somebody who spits on someone? I'm just saying that was, it reminded
Spitting,
me of that
punching in
whole
the
thing.
face.
What's that?
I said spitting and punching in the face.
Yeah, it just put yeah, I had to share that. So I just thought that was interesting to see, actual consequences being given out as opposed to what we all expect.
That was in Turkey.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the link. It's
Yeah, they're a little extreme over there, though.
yeah, but hey, you know
Five
what?
matches. 5 matches.
And he had to referee a women's match.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. 5 matches. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro. So I just thought that was interesting. Didn't want to yeah, I just sent it to you guys. Anyway. All right. So
That's good stuff.
anything else on this match we want to talk to before we look ahead?
Yeah, just Ojeda got team of the match day, as we all assumed.
As you should.
Scoring 2 goals. Didn't look, but he's had a lot of those this year.
I wonder if this season is this the season, like, have we gotten the most team of the match days in a long time? Because it feels like it. I don't know.
I feel like it would have to be.
Yeah,
Because
I would.
I mean, we've talked about quite a few of them, so it just feels like it.
Yeah,
I'd be curious if there's a stat somewhere.
Yeah, it would have to be the most team of the weeks, team of the match days, whatever you want to call them, that we've ever had.
Cool.
Because you got to think, there for a while it was basically, 2 years ago, it was basically Facundo that got them all,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like Galessa might have got a couple.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been basically every week we've won, we've had at least one, if not two or three.
Yeah.
Including the bench, and then Poppy's
great.
got 2 or 3 this year as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely something you would think that the club would highlight it, but I don't know if they've even thought about it.
We'll see. We'll see a post in the next couple of days.
Right.
And before we move on, I don't have the link to it because it's not a picture and it's a Facebook link, and I don't have Facebook.
Which one?
What David sent us on the 23rd, so tomorrow night, out in Mount
I'll post
Dora.
it. Oh yeah. The Mount Dora takeover.
Yeah, there's I guess they have it's at Walk in the Woods.
Yep. So it's at Walk. So tomorrow, Tuesday, September 23rd. This is for all the fans. From 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. They will be having player appearances. The player appearances were actually 5:30 to 7, but I would assume if you're going, you're probably going to want to get there early, line up so that you can get around.
This is out in Mount Dora too, just to let everybody know.
Yeah, it's all Mount Dora. It says your favorite players are taking over Mount Dora. You can catch them at Walk in the Woods, which is at 523 North Donnelly Street. Papilio, which is 439 North Donnelly Street. Barrel of Books and Games, which is 403 North Donnelly Street. And from the sounds of it, you could probably walk between all three of those. And then there's Serendipity, which is on 144 West 5th Avenue. So again,
because Pride players are also.
what's that?
I'm assuming it's all those places because Pride players are also going to be there.
Oh, are they? Okay, I did not see that.
Yeah.
On this post, but players, prizes, and photo ops all evening downtown Mount Dora. So if you are in the area, if you're able to go, please go support it and let them know that we appreciate them hosting these types of events. Thanks for that reminder, John.
I'm trying to see if it's walkable, but my maps is
Yeah, just by the numbers. Slow. I'm saying it's at least on the same street. If it's not walkable, there'll be short drives. It's on the same road, and the numbers don't seem too far apart. So that's actually nice because I remember the one time they did it, I was in my car with my son, and I was like, "Where's Waldo?" All over Florida. I went all over Central Florida. I was going from one corner to the other, and it was a mission and a half. So this sounds like it's much more
Oh yeah,
centralized.
definitely. And then 403. Yeah, the first three are literally a tenth of a mile from each other.
Nice.
And then the Serendipity place is, give me 1 second, right there. Yeah. So, I mean, they're all total walk. You're looking at about a quarter of a mile. It's all like the same town half block.
Very nice.
Well, actually,
Well,
further.
I see on the promotions, I see two city players and two pride players. So I wonder if it's since it's four places, is it going to be like one in each?
I don't know. It looks like it's for Orlando City. What David sent us, there's Freeman and Mercado on it.
Yeah.
I wish they would have given, a little more information on that, but it is what it is. And it's nice they're doing something outside of outside of Orlando.
Yeah, it is. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, here's the play. Yeah, here's the players. It's Simone Charlie, Simone Jackson, two Pride players, and then Alex Freeman and Carlos Mercado.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
because I was wondering, I'm like, why is it four places? And at first I thought it was just the city guys. So I'm like, why is it four places? But then I see that there's two pride players. I said, oh, okay, so it's probably going to be one in each.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Well, here it says during the evening, players will make interactive stops at four places. So they might.
So they may shuffle around. They may,
At each location, they will sign autographs and take over the business, giving fans a unique opportunity to meet their soccer heroes in person. So yeah, I guess
Okay. I mean, I won't be able to make it because it's too
I'm
far.
not. I'm not gonna make that either.
Nope. Listen, I'm lucky I make it to this on time.
Well, I work until, you know, a normal person work until 5.
Yeah, yeah. All right, gentlemen. So, anything else before we look ahead to the road ahead?
I believe that's it.
Mm.
No,
Yep.
nothing. All right. So, looking ahead, this coming Saturday, we go up north to TQL Stadium. Am I reading this right? Is it's a 2:30 p.m. kickoff?
I
7
saw that.
p.m.
Huh?
I had seen that before
No,
too, where it said 2:30.
originally it was Saturday at 2:30. Let me double check and make sure my system didn't do the mess up again.
No, no, no. I'm actually seeing it on my schedule, on the schedule I have like on my
It's,
family calendar.
it's 7 o'clock.
So originally the match on Saturday um was a 2:30 p.m. match on Saturday, and then they bumped it to Sunday at 7 p.m. Yeah, on the club's website it
Oh,
says 7
it's
p.m.
oh,
Yes,
it's
because
Sunday.
yeah, because I remember now because at the moment we were playing, we were on, and I think that since they're doing a lot of this promoting of the Sunday night soccer, I remember now. Yeah, that's what it
So it's
was.
going to be Sunday
We,
night soccer.
yeah, because
Wow.
we definitely were on that streak that we were balling, so they switched it from the Saturday 2:30 to the Sunday night soccer, like kind of like NFL does, where
Yeah,
they'll
yeah, yeah.
like,
No, no, I know that. But
yeah,
yeah, I get that.
yeah, they did that.
Like Monday night football, Sunday night soccer.
Yeah, I guess they didn't know we were gonna fall a little bit.
Yeah,
Too late. They already changed it.
yeah. So Sunday. Thank you for the update because I would have been trying to watch it on Saturday. So Sunday,
At
7
2:30.
p.m. So I'm assuming we fly out sometime at the end of the week, go up to TQL Stadium to take on FC Cincinnati. FC Cincinnati is current. Our record with them I'm trying to see it right now here. FC Cincinnati, our record with them over the last 12 matches, we have 5 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. Um,
They beat us earlier this year
listen, eh,
with the Evander 2 goals. Didn't he have like a free kick goal?
Yep, that terrible free kick goal wherever it is like somebody else needs to be on the wall.
I mean,
We know
listen,
what he's
they're
going
in
to do.
second. They're in second. We're not. This is a test. Every game with even the Toronto match is a test. You may think that's a joke, but let's talk about that after the match, right? Every match from here on in is a test, and we are the ones responsible for the situation that we're in. Had we not dropped points earlier in the season, we could have probably been a little bit more comfortable going into this stretch. So I expect a better performance than we saw this last match. Um, because if we play the same way we did, I'm pretty sure Cincinnati will not be as forgiving. But who knows? Pound of town and ounce of luck, like we say. So maybe it'll go our way again. But I wouldn't count on it. We need to win because we're gonna have matches ahead of us that are gonna be tough, and this is one of them. So we'll see how the guys do.
One thing that's going for us is it looks like Miazga, according to FootMob anyway, according to, that Miazga is out for this game
Oh, thank
because
Okay.
God,
of
'cause
injury.
he's always pushing Janssen's buttons, man.
Pushing everybody's
Yeah,
buttons. That's
they're,
once
they're
his.
all, but they're every time we play them, they're always going at it, and I feel like Janssen lets that guy easily take a lot of his game, man. That guy's always like at Janssen's throat.
Miazga plays defense. He's a center back.
Yeah, him and Janssen watch the games the last 2 times, this season and last season. Watch those games, and these guys are going at it, fighting, arguing. Like literally, I think it was like a shoving match the last game. Like they were pushing each other. Like I don't know if they're like fighting for who's the better center back or something, but like they're always going at it. It's so weird.
Funny thing happened last match too between him and between Miazga and um, Schlegel. Is I don't know what happened, but it looked like one said to the other, "You would have done the same thing," and then they both like were laughing about it. Because they're both the same type of person. They try to start things.
Yeah, see, he's always going after our center backs. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's so weird. It's like I like them on Team USA, and like now every time we play him, I hate that guy.
but I mean, we're they're if we can figure out Evander, it's going to hurt because it's looking like Arujo may be out again.
Oh no,
Yeah, his
Uh,
back, right?
yeah, back injury.
And
we don't
and
need
then
that.
what's up with Gervais? Because we had Kyle and we didn't have Gervais either.
Yeah,
We need to get our stuff in gear, guys.
Maybe start Thor instead
he's
of
not on the
Kyle.
he's not on the injury list for on Foot Mob. So I think it may have hopefully just been a precautionary type of deal.
Caesar or Gervais?
Gervais.
Okay.
Yeah, on Foot Mob it says Marin's out until mid October, Arujo's out till early October, and Taifi's out until mid October, allegedly.
What's Marin's injury?
Thigh?
Mm.
Man, if we I'm just looking at these lineups. Let me see if I can share this picture. I can't right now. Of if the playoffs started today. It's like a repeat of this stretch for us. Basically is what it is. Oh my gosh.
Are you like all the same teams?
Yeah, we'd be playing Charlotte, then either Cincinnati or Nashville
Jeez.
again. And then if
If we
we
make
get
it.
past those, the winner of Miami and NYCFC or Philly and the winner of the wild card.
How does NYCFC always quietly crawls back up there? I don't understand. You don't hear nothing about them, and when you look at the table, they're always like fourth, fifth. It's like how?
They're in fourth right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. You ain't hear nothing about them the whole season. I guess that's the way to do it, right? Stay under the radar, quiet.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Well, they did this year. They made a signing in the summer that really helped them.
Well, I guess winning all your home games because you're playing on that Fisher Price field helps too.
Hey,
Well,
you
I
know
mean,
what? Winning is winning, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, if we didn't have a if our pitch wasn't the size of a NFL field, then yeah.
as stupid as it sounds, just looking at the overall stats, if we convert on our big chances and don't let Cincinnati convert, we should win because we have the most big chances missed in the league at 66. And Cincinnati,
And are we first or second, like in goals?
we are. I'll tell you in a minute.
I think it's like us in Miami.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I swear. I swear. I thought I saw something like that, like us in Miami, or like 1 and 2
Oh,
in goal.
100% is like
Miami's
Maybe
at
it's all
Mi-
wrong, but I
Miami.
thought I saw that.
Miami has 60 goals scored, and Chicago has 57.
we
We
have
have
58.
58.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Misael, you're right.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I saw it the other day. I was like, whoa.
How is that even possible? Like, you know what? I don't want to talk about this right now.
Yeah,
Well, no,
man. Yeah.
that's actually a great question. Great statement slash question. Is it just goes to a team being having that winning mentality? Because you look at Cincinnati, look at their goal differential. Their goal differential is terrible compared to ours, but
Yeah.
yet they're much higher on the league. I mean, they have 11 less goals scored than we do, and they've only given up 4 less goals.
You know what it is? It's dropping unnecessary points. This is what we're
Exactly.
also leading in, I'm sure.
Oh,
Exactly. It has to do with,
Bro,
I
come
bet
on.
you look at what Cincinnati did against Montreal. They probably won both of their matches. You look at what they did against DC. They probably won both of their matches.
yeah.
You know, I can
Yeah.
actually tell you really quick.
Did you like that, Ahmed?
Yeah,
We're
bro.
scoring, man. We score.
Listen, no, the credit is credit, bro. But so then it begs the question: then why are we in sixth, right? Without with that
Well,
with that abi-
the other team is scoring more in those
with
games.
that ability with that ability, we shouldn't be where we are. It's because we make silly mistakes and we take the
Oh yeah,
beginning,
I
the first
mean,
half of the season, and we're like, oh, it's okay, we'll be fine. And then we're like, here, this home stretch, like praying everybody gets religious by the end of the season because it's like, oh my god, 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 we need to make it.
I mean, not trying to be biased, but we do some of a lot of our losses. It's us kicking ourselves, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Like a
Like
lot of
that
some of these
That DC
goals.
match, that match against DC should not have been a loss. Was it a draw? Did we draw or we
Draw.
lose?
Yeah, it was
That,
a
that
draw.
shouldn't. It felt like a loss. It shouldn't have
Yeah,
been a
that's the one
draw.
that felt. Yeah, it felt like a loss. Yeah.
Yeah, that should not have been a draw. Things like that are why we're in the position that we're in. If it wasn't for stuff like that from the beginning of the season, we wouldn't even be worried about here. We would have probably clinched at this point. I'm sorry.
My dad did say Cincinnati lost to DC at home,
Okay.
Gee.
but still, it has to do with you look at what we did with Montreal both matches.
Yeah, but I also feel like Cincinnati could have afforded to lose to them at that point.
Yeah, because they didn't have what was it, 4 straight matches where they
Yeah.
didn't win.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the stretch, but I would assume that they probably could have afforded it because otherwise,
Whatever we had back in May, right after Poppy or April, when Poppy signed his extension, it was like 3 or 4 straight 1-0, 0-0 draws.
Hmm.
Yeah, the draws. Yeah.
That's what killed us. Overtime.
Yeah, three straight draws against New York, Montreal, Chicago, Philadelphia. Decent draw. Won't say it wasn't, but drew at home against New York, drew away at Montreal, and then drew away at Chicago back in April and May.
And then the Revs also.
And then
Good
yeah,
draw.
that was 3-3. But yeah,
Yeah.
and we only got 2 points out of Montreal this year.
Well, you know,
That's unacceptable.
lessons learned.
But this team does.
We say that every year.
This team under Poppy does it very consistently to where you know we look like world beaters when we play the better teams for the most part, and then we play these teams that we should beat consistently, and we struggle to get 3 points. We always drop points, whether it's a loss or a draw, and it's unacceptable. It comes back to bite you, and then you know we'll see. Maybe I'm hoping they surprise us. I mean, honestly, what do you guys? If the playoffs ended today or started today, like Ahmed said, we would play Charlotte.
And we lose.
What do you guys, foresee happening? We played them last year as well in the playoffs.
I think if we had to play them right now at their house, I think we lose. Especially
You
if
think it goes 3 games or it just goes to 2 games? Because remember they do the best of three in the first round.
It goes
Oh, is it best of 3?
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
three.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It'll go 3. I think it obviously it all depend on health. If we got everybody, Caesar is a big deal. Gervais is a big deal. So obviously those are key factors. Um,
Here it
I don't
is.
know. It's just the way we're playing right now, man.
Here it is.
I don't know.
Here's how it would look. Look at that.
No, man.
And then we would probably play Miami or Philly for if we made it all the way to the conference finals.
Honestly, I would be lying if I said I thought we'd make it out of that first round of the best of. I don't think we would make it past Cincinnati or Nashville if we got past Charlotte.
I think we would make it past Cincinnati. I don't think we would make it past Nashville.
Yeah.
I just feel like tactically Nashville just every match we played against them tactically they've just dominated us.
Yeah.
I really do. Even though we were very lucky to win and not lose or draw Saturday, they still tactically it was a dominating performance by them, even though they lost. I hate saying it that way, but
Yeah, true.
Speaking of the playoffs,
So
for those
green
of you
teams on the West.
for those of you who are season ticket holders, they did send out the prices for the playoffs, for the playoff tickets. So make sure you check your email because it also gives you your opt out deadline, which, if I'm not mistaken, is October 6th. So that is basically in 2 weeks from today. By 5 p.m., you would need to opt out of your playoff tickets. And if I recall correctly, when you do go, if you do choose to opt out, you can pick the seats to opt out of, but not the matches. It would be for all the matches, right? So if you have more than one seat, you just have to opt out per seat of all the tickets.
luckily, at least for the wall, it doesn't seem like the first round they really up the ticket, per ticket price at all. It seems to be about what $17 a met or Miss IO.
Yeah, $17.
Yeah, it's about the
And
same price. It's about
and if it started today, it'd only be one home game if we don't make it past.
What's
If we
the
don't make
what
it
are
past,
we
so
what's the play in? Is that if we have to go to the
That's
wild
eighth or
card?
ninth. Yeah,
Okay.
that's if we finish in eighth.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that wild card game. Yeah, so technically, yeah, I mean, it'd be one game if it ended like that. If it ended today and playoffs started, and then obviously, hopefully, if we make it past the first round, then we wouldn't be at home. So I guess I don't know. I don't think we'd be at home at all, right? If it ended the way it is right now,
We'd have the one home
other
match
than
in the
You'd have
first
one.
round.
yeah, against Charlotte, yeah, that. But after that, that'd be it.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless, yeah.
Well, I guess unless if it ended the way it is now, then I guess Nashville is under us.
Well, they would
So
still
we,
have to go to Cincinnati because Cincinnati's second, Nashville's seventh. Seven plays two, six plays three.
but I'm saying if Nashville makes it past Cincinnati and
Yeah,
we
he's
make it
saying we're
past
above
Charlotte,
Nashville, so in
yeah,
that case we'd have home field advantage is what he's saying.
yeah. So
Oh,
like
right.
it'd only be against Charlotte unless we make it past Charlotte, and then obviously Nashville makes it past. Obviously, it's a whole a what ifs, but then I
Definitely.
guess yeah we can possibly come back home.
Hmm. So I don't know if you guys saw this past week. This is kind of looking ahead even more to the off season. The players that are on option years or um, are out of contract at the end of this year. So we have
I only had Caesar, right? Is up in December.
Cesar's out. Cesar's on his last year. Ivan Angulo has an option for 26. Atuesta has an option for 26. Cartagena's on his last year. Pedro's on his last year. Janssen has an option. Freeman has an option. Loyola has an option. Mercado's on an option. Kyle Smith's on his last
Jesus,
year. Shaq's on an
he
option
ain't going
here.
anywhere.
Spicer has an option for next year. I would imagine that would be picked up. And then Sukata has an option for next year because I believe he's still on his first contract. Um,
Oof.
so we got a lot of players, especially key guys. Cesar, Tuesta, Cartagena, Gillespie, Janssen, Ojeda has an option here next year too. Um,
Didn't Caesar mention that he wanted to leave? I believe
no,
I saw somewhere where he mentioned that he wanted to leave.
I don't recall seeing that. So, I mean, that's a lot of moves that could be made. I mean, we could have a, very busy off season having to bring in a bunch of new players, including potentially our most productive player, in history at this point offensively. What do you guys think? You guys think we let a lot of these guys go, don't pick up their options? I know obviously Ojeda's option, depending on whether it's team player or mutual. I think it's only mutual in MLS. You know, Obviously he'll probably get signed to a new contract after this year, an extension. But you guys, Atuesta, do you think we pick him up? Do you think we just let Cartagena walk, Gillespie walk?
Oh my gosh.
What do you guys think?
I don't, I'm scared to think about it. I
The
really am.
major overhaul.
I'm
I
scared to
mean,
think.
I mean, I'm always down for obviously if you're going to replace these guys with better talent, then I mean, go right ahead, of course. Um, but that's a lot of work to do in the off season. Unless they already got people lined up or they got people in mind. I think players like Spicer, Angulo, where's he gonna go? I mean, where's Angulo gonna go?
I mean, there's teams in South America that'll
I don't see us honestly. I I don't see us making that many changes as we think. I would like to think that we would and do. I no, that we don't do that. We're not going to do that. You know what I mean? I
Well,
feel like we're,
my computer went off there for a second. What was
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. No, but I don't see us making
What
like
happened?
I don't see us like cleaning house and doing like a major overhaul because we
That's the rumor.
yeah. Okay.
We're a first
You know
round
what?
exit.
New GM in charge. Director of football operations in charge.
It'd be very interesting to see, but it would go against everything we've done in the past.
Yeah, we've had the
So,
same. We've had the same guy running. Pulling the strings the last 5 6
and let me tell
years.
you, it would be like ripping off a band-aid. There would be a lot of pain when it happened,
Hmm.
short term.
Well, and
But
I mean, let's be honest. Let's go through it. Probably the most popular players. Gillespie. He's what 35, 36. Let's be honest. He's lost a step. You know, that shows in the penalty. When he's going up against penalties, especially. Janssen's playing as good as ever, so I don't see us dropping him. Arujo, I know over the summer, there was talk of us trying to, get a new contract signed with him. Angulo, everybody knows my opinion on Angulo. I think they should let him go. I think depending on how Sukata comes back and his training, at the end, when he's able to train, how he comes back, I think has a lot to do with whether Angulo's let go or not. I think they do let Cartagena walk. That is one guy I don't think that they signed back, that they let go on for free. Um, I could realistically see it be three or four guys that we either let walk up for free or don't pick and don't pick up their option basically,
yeah, I'd
which
be
stinks because we paid money for a lot of them.
yeah, that'd
You
be
know, but
it would definitely be an interesting time to see that happen because it's the kind of thing we've talked about for a while. Like during the off season and expecting to see new signings and new players and you know the windows come and go and we sign somebody last minute that nobody's heard of. And I don't even care about whether or not we've heard of them. It's just it feels like we're always the last ones to do something. So we'll see. We'll
But
see.
let me ask, if we're a first round exit, um, coming from where we came from Eastern Conference Finals to like basically now we're going backwards. If we were a first round exit, why not? What's the difference?
yeah, I think if we're a first round exit, I think the boat
I mean,
really
something
gets.
has to change. If we're a first round exit, something has to change. Whether there's coach, whether there's players,
If we're
something's
first
got
round
to
exit, a
change.
lot of things have to change because you know what?
Yeah,
Saying we've gotten to the playoffs 4 or 5 years in a row doesn't matter if you don't do anything with the playoffs. You know,
yeah.
like
You
last year,
you played an extra. You played an extra week or two. Whoopee.
we made it to the conference finals, right? Wasn't it the conference finals? We rose to the Red Bulls at home. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. So you could argue we made it to the conference finals.
yeah, yeah. Of course.
Okay, fine. So we'll see. We'll see.
But I feel like if we're a first round exit, I really think a lot is going to be changed. Um,
Somebody's gonna have to do some soul searching, and it's not
I
the
just
four of
think.
us.
I just think being a first round exit and going into next season with the same team, and you think that just somehow it's just going to turn around into a cup. I just think that's crazy.
I think if you do a first round exit, you have a lot more time to plan how many changes you're gonna make.
well,
Yeah,
that
that
and you got to think, Poppy. So we've made the playoffs six. If we should
five.
make them this year, 6 years in a row. Poppy
What if
said
we
six
don't?
chances, huh?
What if we don't? Can you imagine?
Oh, if we don't, that it's
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
then we definitely need an overhaul.
Just saying.
because I mean,
Nothing is given.
what Misael
Nothing.
was saying, anymore with the way the playoffs are. The playoffs doesn't mean it was a successful year. It just doesn't mean it was a bad year. 60,
Hmm.
basically 2/3 of the teams make it. 60% of the teams make it.
It's
That's the
more for
part that
market.
does it for me.
What's that, Messiah?
That's the part that does it for me. Ever since they changed it with this format, where damn near every team makes it, it's kind of to me, it's like if you don't make it, that's disgusting. Like that's
Yeah.
embarrassing. It's unacceptable. Like there's just no way. Like these teams like Toronto and stuff like that lately had that haven't been making it. That's insane to
It's
me.
all about money, man. It's all
What's
about
happening
money.
here?
They did
Oh
it. They
yeah,
did it
I
that
get
way. So
it.
you have
I
more
get
teams in
it.
the playoffs. You'd have more people watching their home teams play. Because how much fun is it if it's only half the teams and they only play one match each and you don't get to see your own home team? People
I
lose
read
interest.
something the other day that I think that they're thinking about going back to the way it was.
They should.
I hope it should be back to where it's only the top six, five, six teams.
Six, yeah, six, yeah.
They do a home and home aggregate like they used to. I mean, that's to me that was much more fun of a playoff. And Orlando wasn't even in it when they, in the league when they did the home and home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Start an MLS too, and then move the teams that don't make the bottom of the playoffs go there. That's
One
Oh,
can,
you going
a
right
whole other
there.
ballgame.
Relegation,
That's a whole other.
relegation. I think eventually we will get there, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't
I
know.
mean, the relegation thing, I think it should be half and half. Top half of the in the East, top half of the West go to playoffs to to see who wins the MLS, and the bottom half play the first half of the teams out of the losers bracket, if you will, get relegated.
Imagine. Oh my god, so many people would be pissed off about that. Oh my god.
I playoffs, like we got a chance to win the whole league. Is I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
We haven't
Misael,
even
you're
won
breaking up
supporter
a little
shield
bit, man.
yet.
Yeah, your internet's,
Oh man,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it could be a very busy off season, very busy January for us.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm definitely curious to see what they do in the season, just because, like you said, like of everything you've mentioned, to see what kind of changes they're really gonna do. It's like, don't tell me what you're gonna do, show me. So let's
mhm.
wait and see. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Anyway, any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we wrap it up?
I think that's it.
yeah.
All right. All right. Well, in that case, hold on one second here. Let me get this right. Go. Do. All right. So in that case, we're gonna leave you the only way we know how, reminding you that football is played on grass, not on paper. That football is cruel and unpredictable. That football is a pound of talent and an ounce of luck. And if you have not cried for joy or anger over football, have you ever really footballed? For John, Misael, David, and myself, may God bless you. And as always, vamos, Orlando!